You've been lied to because they make money off of you. Let's talk about some of the common health misconceptions. Hi, my name is Jeffrey Butts and I'm a doctor of dental surgery, and this channel is all about health and wellness for you to be healthy and wealthy. And today we are talking about debunking some myths that they have told us, that I have heard, okay? I've heard some things and they said, do this. And I'm saying, really? Do this? Do this? And it's not good for you, all right? Let's talk about sugar and fat. You know, at one point they say sugar is fine, is good for you. And then they say, oh, don't ever eat any fat, and saturated fat is very bad for you. That's what they would say. That's what you may have heard before, but that's not necessarily true. So let's just start with sugar, okay? Sugar is so amazing. Let's not fool ourselves about how good sugar is, y'all, okay? It is delicious, but it is not nutritious. Okay, it's not nutritious, and it's addictive, okay? So why is sugar so bad for you? What does it matter that it's just sugar, it's sweet, it makes me feel good? Well, here's some things about sugar, okay? Here you go, we're gonna ride slow, homie, here we go, all right? So, sugar causes inflammation in the body, all right? Liquid sugar, like in a sweet tea, and I'm gonna give you my favorite, an Arnold Palmer, which is the lemonade and a sweet tea mixed together. Oh, it is so delicious. I mean, it is not nutritious though, okay? It is not. So what happens is that liquid sugar, which is the worst sugar for us, it goes directly into the cells. No fibers or nothing to slow it down from going directly into your cell, swelling up the cell, and then also remaining partly in your bloodstream, making your insulin that comes out to push the sugar into the cells, which is where it's supposed to go. It just can't do it all. So then you get more sugar in your bloodstream, which just causes inflammation, and that's a problem. Inflammation is going to make our bodies more acidic, which is going to make us more easily able to just catch something like a cold or a virus or the flu or COVID. That's right, I said COVID, all right? So we're keeping it moving, all right? Saturated fats. What is it with these saturated fats that's supposed to be so bad for us? Well, they say that it can cause heart disease, and I'd imagine too much of anything is not a good idea. But, the body needs fat in order to perform certain functions. Certain functions like dissolving the minerals that we get from the foods that we eat in order for us to use those minerals. Minerals like vitamins A, E, D, K. Saturated fat is also really good for hormone production. And you know what we need? We need our sex hormones to be productive, all right? So saturated fat is the precursor to making the hormones that we need, testosterone, estrogen, in order to make our sex hormones, all right? Saturated fat is also great for cooking. Why? Because it doesn't denature in high heat, making it so that it cooks the food and it doesn't turn into trans fat. Not cis fat, trans fat, okay? And the trans fat is no good for us. We don't process we don't process trans fat well at all. And that makes it harder on our bodies, causing a rise in inflammation. And I told you what inflammation does, and it makes us more susceptible to diseases. So this channel, for your health, for your wellness, I am giving you this word just in case you didn't know. You might have already known, right? But if you didn't know, send this part to a friend, okay? And this part is saturated fat is not that bad for you, not that bad for us. And our body uses it for so many functions that it's just a necessary part of life. Now guys, let's talk about grains, whole wheat, whole flour, the natural goodness of the love that they put in a box and they say is good for you to give to your children. I have a confession to make. Here it is. I love Fruit Loops with Special K and a little bit of almond milk warmed up in the microwave. Okay, there it is. I said it. Now, I know now that that's not so good for me, but man, let me tell you something. When I used to eat it, it was late at night, okay? I may have been, can I say this on camera? I may have been drinking. Of course I can say it on camera. I was drinking. And I was enjoying life to the fullest because it was great, okay? I'm already doing bad stuff for myself, and then I top it off with this sweet, delicious sugar cereal combination that was making my life terrible. It was making it so that I had a bunch of pimples. I was definitely gaining weight, right? And I don't know how my liver or my insulin sensitivity was doing, but I can tell you that I got sick often doing that thing that at the time I really loved. I just told you, all right? That was my confession to you, okay? But now this is what I understand as a grown man, doctor of dental surgery, trying to share with the world what's going on from my perspective, okay? So when we eat these floury things, it gets converted into sugar, okay? The sugar conversion is a quick spike in the bloodstream. So it seems like it goes in nicely, but then the body converts it and then it's sugar, so much sugar in the bloodstream at one time. Now your insulin's going crazy trying to get all this sugar that just showed up back into the cells and out of the bloodstream. And then what happens? So insulin is a receptor, okay? It's a neurotransmitter that goes on to something on the cell surface that represents the receptor. So there's a signal that comes out, that's the insulin. It touches the receptor on the cell and it tells the cell, open up, I'm coming in, right? And then it lets the sugar in. That's what it's supposed to do. Now, these receptors, they get beaten up over time when there's so much sugar in the system. So when the insulin receptors become insulin resistant, now the sugar cannot go anywhere. It stays in the bloodstream, causing inflammation and causing other metabolic problems. This is what can lead to type 2 diabetes. This is, and can you believe it's something as simple as a bowl of cereal? I mean, and it's not just a bowl of cereal. It's a bowl of cereal that we're sharing with our kids because we love them, because they said that they love it. But now we're gonna have to know better, and if you know better, we're gonna have to do better, and we're gonna have to train our children to like something else, right? And again, it is so simple, so easy to love some what seems like delicious food, right? But it's just not good for us, okay? So all I'm saying is, of course, you can eat something. I mean, when I was eating my cereal combination, I was younger, and I guess my youth was able to take that, but now I have a better understanding now, and it's not really great for us. So just keep that in mind, guys, okay? So let's talk about grains, okay? Now they would say that grains like corn and all stuff, all that kind of grain food is good for us, except it has been tampered with by the big food corporations. Now it becomes a genetically modified organism, GMO, right? And this genetically modified organism is unnatural to us because we can't break that genetically modified organism down properly. So we're talking about gluten also. So here we go. The reason why gluten is not good for us is because if you consider a pearl necklace, right? If you cut up the pearl necklace and the beads fall all the way around and you have a vacuum, you could suck up the beads with a vacuum more easily because it's not one whole pearl chain, right? So because we don't have anything in our system that is called cleave or cut the pearl necklace into small parts, what happens is, as we try to ingest the parts that we think that we want, we're getting that whole necklace pearl without being broken up, and it gets stuck in our system, causing little tears in our stomach, causing leaky gut, which is another factor that happens to so many people, unbeknownst to the people, causing all types of metabolic disorders. I hope I explained that right for you guys. I hope you get what I'm saying. I mean, if you have any questions, please ask me a question in the comment section, because we got to move on. But here's one thing that Russia has done. Can you believe that Russia has banned any farmer from using any genetically modified products in their grains, in their food at all? They say absolutely not. But here in America, it is absolutely. They are saying, put that in there. Let's do this. They'll get it. They'll buy it. And what is someone who profits off of pain? What kind of person is that? What kind of government is that? What type of system is that? Well, that might be the system in which you are living in. That might be that system. And you can't fight it. It's right there. So at least you'll know about it. All right, guys, now we're going to talk about another sinister thing that they are doing to us. And it's in seed oils. Corn oil, vegetable oil, grapeseed oil. Those oils right there, not good for us. And do you know what the history of those oils are? Do you know? I'm going to tell you if you don't know. You probably know, all right? But if you don't know, here you go. They were made to lubricate industrial parts. Okay, they're made to lubricate industrial parts. And then they're like, man, boss, hey man, we've got too much oil. And what do? You know, we could put this in the food supply, and we will sell them the extra seed oil that we have, and it's probably their own company anyway, right? So we're gonna put it in the food, and we're gonna serve it to the public. I mean, what a great idea, okay? It's a great idea because you can get everybody sick, and then you could help them after you've gotten them sick. You can show them how to get better by selling them medicine. Isn't that a great idea? So margarine, for example, I remember when I was coming up, they were like, oh man, margarine is your great alternative to butter because saturated fat's no good for you. And okay, all right. And I remember my mom getting some margarine. It never really tastes that good to me. And if you put margarine on the side of a tree or on the side of your car, flies don't even like margarine. They're not into it, okay? But this is what we're consuming because it's told to us that it's okay to consume these things. And unfortunately, it is not. We got this oil, right? And they're like, look, you can make your chicken in it, okay? You could fry your fish in it, okay? But when we do that, it is not good for us because we are packing in some terrible things for us, although it is delicious. Let's not lie and say that doesn't even taste good, because that would be a lie to me because it tastes good. Who doesn't like fried chicken? I like fried chicken, all right? Some fried fish, absolutely. But guys, if you know better, let's do better and let's get it together, all right? It just isn't good for us. It causes inflammation, which causes all types of other metabolic problems that we need to, after we've gotten the metabolic problem, now we got to deal with the problem. How are you going to deal with it? Well, I say the best medicine is prevention. So prevent yourself from getting sick in any kind of way, and then all you got to do is stay that way. How about that? So guys, you want to fry some food? You want to really get your fry on? I don't know why I just said it like that. I have no idea why I said fry on. I don't know. Anyway, if you want to get your fried food on, try butter and ghee, which is grass-fed beef fat. And that can take high temperatures, fry them up in a pan, and enjoy that delicious fish fry, okay? Let's talk about fruit juices, right? Now, there is a fruit juice myth. Now, there is no There's no flavor called red, okay? There's no flavor called orange, except if you're drinking some Kool-Aid, the red Kool-Aid is way better than orange Kool-Aid. Just so you know, all right? I hope I answered that question for you if you had that question in the comments. Before you have that question, is the red better than orange? The red is the best, okay? It's the best, except it's not good for you. Again, so sorry, not good for you. Why? It's that same thing with the liquidy sugar that has no fiber to slow it down from rushing into the cells and causing problems, causing inflammation. And the cells do not take this as a nutrient. So you can drink it, still be hungry. If you're eating candy, you can eat it, and still be hungry. Now, what the hunger is that your body, your stomach, has not gotten any nutrient as of yet. So you're eating a whole bag of cookies, candy, cake, cream, whatever, right? You're eating that up, and it seems like you should be getting full on that. You're drinking a bunch of red Kool-Aid, and it seems like, well, man, I'm just gonna eat this and I'll be fine, but you're still hungry afterwards. And that's because the receptors in your stomach say, yeah, man, we're hungry because you have never given us anything that's a nutrient that we can use to make you better. So keep sending food down and we'll work it out later. That's just what happens. That's just what happens. It leads to overeating. Type 2 diabetes on the way. Guys, I hope that I gave it to you as straight as I can. I hope that you understand what I'm saying, okay? That there are things that they give us, that they tell us, that they advertise, that they program us with. Who is they? I don't even know who they are. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Okay? They is not you. They are not looking to help you at all. They are hoping that you do exactly what they say. And in you doing exactly what they say, they will be there to help you when you're down. All right? And that help for you is just more of a systematic programming that can lead you to an early death. Okay? That's all I'm saying. All right? Take care of yourself. It is always food, sleep, exercise, detoxification, mindfulness behavior that is going to be your number one go-to things that you can do in order to monitor and be a healthy person. That is just, I don't think it can be argued with, all right? Eating the right food, getting the proper amount of sleep, exercising in the right way, meaning you are doing resistance training as well as zone 2 cardio workouts at 150 to 180 minutes a week. You're also stretching or doing some type of exercise like yoga in order to make sure that everything flows very nicely. You are having detoxification moments by way of either fasting, intermittent fasting, certainly having daily bowel movements and dry brushing, right? And then mindfulness behavior. Love yourself, forgive other people, be nice to people, be kind to people. Let the person that's trying to merge in, let them in. Let them in for no reason at all. The person that's trying to merge though, would you please give me a signal to let me know that you're trying to merge? Don't just jump in front of my car, please, all right? Just give me a signal, I'll let you in. Signal when you're turning left or right. Let people know what you're doing. Act like you are part of a whole group of people and we all live together, work together, love together, be together so that we can just have great lives and live well past our hundreds, healthy with friends and family and loved ones and people that we care about and people that we have helped from long distances away, and you can help people and your friends can help people and you can be helped by people. That is what, to me, society should be. Prepare yourself for the future. Live in the now, thinking about the future for later. So much, guys. so much. Thank you so much for listening. Like and subscribe. Send this to everyone. And we'll talk about some other things later.